Hi, everybody. Sorry, my phone. Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Chris, and I live in the Houston, Texas area. I'm originally from California, and I do have an acting background. I've done two movies with Chi Chi. We've been best friends for a long time. I've also been production and producer for her. I am one of the producers for the Terry Cummings story documentary, and we are also working on the event together. Um, and one of the people we are bringing is Marshall Silver. He has been a very good family friend for a long time. We know him very well. I've seen him make amazing difference in people's lives. One dentist that I know very well, he had about $1 million a year practice. Marshall had him go to $30 million a year practice in, I think, just a year or two short time. And there's story after story where he has um, made incredible differences in people's lives. He has made an incredible difference in my life, in my son's life. Just a short little bit is that my son was injured with the MMR vaccination, and having lunch with Marshall, he gave me some tips of things to do. And by 3 years old, you would never know my son had any speech problems. So that's one of the tips that Marshall gave me. So he can make phenomenal differences in so many ways. You just have to Google him, because I can't, I would spend all night talking all the different ways he can make a difference in people's lives, both financially, personally, empowering. He's still making a difference in my son's life, where he conquered something he was scared to do and didn't think he could do. And amazing breakthroughs. I've seen people from every walk in life in terms of each area you're at. You could be needing to go to different levels. There's people from every financial background that he helps. He is a mentor for Fortune 500 CEOs. And they get tremendous benefit from him, as well as just your regular realtor getting started in the business, or mindset for being able to walk into that audition and not let the rejection get to you, and have your mind in the right spot, for just being able and to do your best. That's what it's all about, is the mindset, getting your mindset correct, taking out the old junk, the bad programming, and putting in the new stuff and the stuff that you want in there. So in short, that is what he does. And then with Ed, he is for those wanting to do investments, wanting to get to the next level, wanting to have a passive income. So you have a stream of income coming in, so you can be able to go and do your passion and the things you're passionate about. And so he teaches you to how the step from A to Z on the investment side, and is willing to mentor and coach you and work with you, to where whatever level of investing you're at, he is able to help you. So um, that is that on those. Chi, did you have anything else?
Yeah, so those are the two people that are also there. Ed is a speaker. Ed is actually one of our speakers. He's going to speak in our real estate. We just wanted you to know who's all in the room. Erin is the other lady who is working directly with Obama. She's the also speaker. If you've looked at the event link you were sent, we just want you to know who these folks are, so you know the value. And then, of course, Terry himself, talked a little bit about him, so you know about that. So let's go to how the event works. Before we do that, please take a few minutes to introduce yourself. Let's cut it down to 30 seconds. I want DJ and Laura to know who you guys are individually. Let's start with Anthony, because he was here first or earlier with me. So just tell us who you are, what you do, what you have an interest in, and then we'll go from there down the list.
All right. Hi, I'm Anthony. Tough act to follow DJ and such, but yeah, I just graduated from college, from CMU, Central Michigan University, Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. So film has always been a passion of my life. And I would really love to get into script writing and just master it. because I love telling stories, and given any opportunity to do that would be wonderful. So hopefully at 20 years from now, I will be as great as some of these people here. But yeah, so that's just make my mark. I think with script writing for sure. So
Wow, 20 years sounds like a long time. All right, let me go to, I see the next person, Galen.
I don't know why it says Galen, but my name is Marisa.
Okay.
It's probably my husband's name on here for some particular reason. So y'all please excuse that. But my name is Marisa Shaw Van Zandt. I have done podcasts before with a couple of things here in the Dallas area. I model. I've been a part of a event that's getting ready to come up. It's the Bronner Brothers. If you guys don't know about that, I've done a lot of hair shows. So I will be a part of that in Miami coming up this year. So I look forward to that. I look forward to helping out any way I can. And my passion is I like to model, but I'm more of a print because I don't have the height. So I'm more of a print person, and I love podcasts, and that's just who I am. Thank you.
Okay, so you probably should connect with DJ Muffley. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Monet, let's hear from you, coach. Monet's a coach as well. She's a fabulous woman.
I am. Hello, everyone. My name is Monet Bell Carson. My stage name is Monet Sabrell, which is just my middle name. I just decided to use it. As Chichi said, I am a coach and a graduate of John Casablancas. I'm also a graduate of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting in Atlanta, Georgia. Started behind the scenes at Home Shopping Network many years ago as a coordinating producer. And so that's where I got this bug. I have been an executive producer on a few podcasts, being asked to do a few more, but I decided I wanted to kind of step in front of the camera a little bit. So you just heard me say I just had an audition, so I've been trying to do some of that. One of the head instructor told me, Monet, pick a lane, and I said, listen, I lived in Atlanta. Atlanta it's like my second home. There's like 8 lanes. I can drive in all the lanes. Okay, I may have to master some areas, but whatever I can do to help. Right now, I'm not in Atlanta. I chose to move back to my hometown in St. Petersburg, Florida, to ride out this pandemic and take care of some family things. So that's where I am now. I have passport, will travel anywhere pretty much, for the most part. So I'm willing to help out in any way. I'm also a footwear designer. Just show for the first time, Chi-Chi, which is, I know I owe you something, but once I got the opportunity to do that, show for the first time and model for the first time in New York Fashion Week, that kind of took over. So right. I will get that to you. Yeah, learning how to place that, how all of this, everything in the industry comes together, whether you're modeling, acting, I'm still producing. I like to think of myself as a connector of all the talent. So I'm like, I know somebody that does somebody from hair to makeup. It takes a village to run this, to put this whole production together. So my first production, unfortunately and fortunately, is the same weekend as the event in Dallas. So I won't be able to do that. But one of my best friends is a singer, and she's just finally come from behind this, the backup in singing for people like Michelle Williams and Donnie McClurkin and, you know, all the greats. And now she's finally written her own EP. So we have her first kind of tour coming up, 1st, 2nd, 3rd in St. Petersburg, Florida. So if you guys want to check that out, if you happen to not be going to Dallas, great. By the way, Marshall Silver is on Clubhouse if you guys follow that. So I love to just have Clubhouse playing anytime you get some free advice. There you go.
Yeah,
and I'm done.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I would like to call on Michelle next.
Hi everyone. I'm at the gym right now, so excuse any noise in the background. And I'm a little tired, but hi, I'm Michelle. I recently graduated from Texas Women's University and gaining my degree in Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. I like to do some acting. I've been trying to get into acting. It's just, you know, acting is a skill that you need to like learn over time. But I've been acting for maybe like under like 2 or 3 years now. I've done some commercials, like I think 3 commercials overall in Dallas. Some things I'm passionate about. I like doing skincare stuff. Like I like doing makeup. I like to dance. I love to perform. I think that's actually a passion I would do if money wasn't a factor. Of course, money, you need to feed yourself somehow and pay the bills. So, but yeah, I'm also based in like the Dallas area. That's basically it. That's my really short introduction.
Awesome. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. I saw your pictures. It looks very, very nice. Patricia, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, my name is Patricia. I actually go by Trish, but Patricia is my Christian name. So I actually live in Rome, Texas, which is northwest of Fort Worth, but we could consider it the Fort Worth, Dallas area. What? Yeah. So it's rare for people to know where Rome is. Whenever I was growing up, my best friend used to tell people I was from Italy, which obviously isn't true based on my accent. So I'm a graduate of John Casablancas. I have since I graduated, I've struggled with figuring out how to balance my day job and my life as an actress and a model. And because, I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, sometimes 50, 60 hours a week. And auditions are usually during the week. And it's just, but I keep showing up and doing what I can and auditioning where I can. And I would say I'm more passionate about modeling and print than acting, but I do love both. And I'm also a singer, and something I'm passionate about would be energy healing and spirituality. I'm a tarot and oracle card reader and a spiritual life coach. And I actually recently just started posting pick a card readings, if you know what those are, on Instagram. And my Instagram, it's just been like exploding. And it's kind of been freaking me out because I never got that kind of traffic before. So that's been a really interesting journey for me the past 3 weeks, because I've gotten like 100 new followers in 3 weeks, like actually 180. So that's just sharing that because it's something that's been happening in my life that I'm really passionate about. And that's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you. Very, very nice to meet you, Miss Patricia. Kalisha.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kalisha. I go by Kay. I'm also a JC graduate. I'm here in New York. I'm in the healthcare field. During the pandemic, I was just like, I'm ready just to go follow my passion, which is modeling and acting. And right now, I'm just like embracing the journey. I know there's more to it. I'm not sure what it is, but I just feel that I have a lot of hats to fill. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. So I think I've called everyone. Is anyone not spoken? I think everyone has. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. So what's happening in Dallas, again, if you are from out of town or like some folks, I think there's only like 4 people now or 3 people who will actually may be available in Patricia, Michelle, and I won't call you Galen. What your name is?
Marisa.
Van Zandt.
Marisa.
Van Zandt. I remember that part. Van Zandt.
Van Zandt.
Counseling right there. Y'all don't even know.
Okay. All right. Teresa, right?
Marisa.
Call
me twin.
Marisa.
Call me twin.
Twin. Okay. All right. So there are 4 of you that would be in Dallas. And so basically what's happening is we are having we're going to create some opportunities for you guys to actually be in Marshall's room. For those of you that need to be in Marshall's room, we are going to try to negotiate an opportunity for you to actually be seated during the dinner, because we want folks, and I wish I had a couple of more guys, which I believe the list does. I got a list from JC in Dallas. So I think there's about another 10 people that will still be reaching out to me to be a part of the event. And so we're trying to find folks who will actually be a part of the room in terms of work the red carpet, meaning you would probably be a red carpet host. Maybe somebody who is, if like, for instance, if I had a guy, he could be by the podium, making sure that when the ladies are working up the stairs, they're holding the ladies, maybe someone that's by the celebrity tables, just making sure, hey, can I take that picture for you guys? Oh, let me take you to your seat, those kind of things. We want people working the room and networking, but we don't want, and I told her I want to mature people. I don't want people who are like, oh my God, this is the library, let me take a selfie with you. Please, let me take a selfie with you. We definitely don't want that. We really want people who are gonna come, be a part of the night and make the night elegant. And that's what we were trying to pull together by having this meeting and know who's interested in being a part of that. We're able to cover some things up front for them just because we know you're working the room. And things like that would be, of course, like transportation, because you're gonna drive. I'm not sure from where. This event is downtown Dallas, Marriott. So because of the fact that we have 3 opportunities, there's just working the room. We're gonna provide a fee for that. Then there's actually being a guest in the room. So that means after everybody's seated, if you would like to be seated as well and eat and be, of course, be a part of the dinner, that's another opportunity. And the final opportunity is if you actually if you want to attend a 3-day event. Now, because it's last minute, most people can't get off work, right? Because, it's a whole Sunday, it's a whole Monday, and then maybe Tuesday is a sales day. Is that what I'd like to think, Laura? Right?
All right, sorry, I was on mute. Tuesday is a half a day. There is content still. He wraps it up. There is some good tidbits he gives. And then there's some other people he invites in as well to share some of the information that they have, which is very good. So there's several things. You can also tune in for those of you who do want to be a part of Marshall, but you just can't make it into town. You can attend via the website. However, there is some activities that he does that is life-changing. So it is
like
Friday and Saturday.
Excuse
me, usually he's a Friday and Saturday. The Sunday, the Monday, the first 2 days are, they're life-changing things that you do and really breaking barriers and empowering.
So the way it's going to work is, again, if you're from out of town and you want to come and you really want to be here this time, so the way this is happening is Terry and Marshall may not do something like this again. Not necessarily like this. This is the first of it. It doesn't mean that it's going to continue. We are going to be in Orlando, and I think we're going to be in LA for those folks who are in that area or those that know people in that area. And that's coming up in a couple of, I think Orlando is May. We have those dates for Orlando already. And then, so for Dallas, we want folks who say, I either want to work the event, we'll put together a list of those people. We'd be able to contact you with what your pay would be. It's a red carpet event. We want you extremely dressed. You will be doing a meet and greet for everybody that agrees to be a part of this. You'll be doing a meet and greet with Terry, which will potentially be in the film. There's no guarantees because there's a lot of content we're putting together, but we want to see him talking to people who are interested in building their careers, because there's a lot of things Terry will be putting together for the next few weeks as he's filming all over the US for entrepreneurs, for business owners, for youth, and for those people in production. And somehow we still want you guys part of the production, because either way, production is acting, production is behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. There are many things that happen in production, and having more than enough team members is important. So for the Dallas, if you would like to work the event, that's one thing. If you would like to attend the event, in other words, you will be coming as a guest. You will not be coming and having anybody seated. You will be sitting and sitting with these high-end people and rubbing shoulders with them. That's another category. And then if you want to attend the event, the 3-day event with Marshall, that's a separate category as well. So that's what we're offering at this, because we would like to at least add a few more people to some of the highlights that we want to do that night and build a team as we tour the US. with the John Casablanca, MTM schools, agencies, and Avanti and some other people that will be joining us that have a group of models or agencies that have access to actors or actresses. So if you are interested in any of what we're doing, there is going to be, the way we're doing it is if you are going to work the event, we'll pay you, because you're working the event, and you probably will have dinner, but it'll probably be after. It won't be during, unless there is enough seating, because we're inviting tons of people, then we would be able to find you seating. We can't promise that right now, because you're basically like the talent in the room, meaning you're the people that folks look at if the mayor needs to get to something, he might be reaching out to you, excuse me, could you get me this information? If we have some information to pass out to folks, we would be passing out, you're dressed up, you're in a tux, you're in a gown, but potentially that would be the role. If you want to attend the event, how many people are interested in attending the Marshall event? That would be where I'll start from. Okay, I don't have any hands up.
Wait. The Marshall event is the second,
The
third,
3
and
days.
fourth.
The 3
Right.
days, it's 3rd, 4th, and the 5th. And it is, yes. So again, Marshall makes millionaires. People that go into his room become millionaires for some reason. It happens. I'm supposed to be in Del Mar this weekend to see Marshall for the first time. I've actually never seen Marshall. At a turning point, I heard it turns your life around. You'll never be the same. So we're trying to offer, it costs $3,000 to go to this event with Marshall. But of course, if you're working this event, that's not what you're going to pay. And you're not going to pay the amount that's also on that fee because you're part of our team. I'm sorry, Laura, you were going to say something.
I was going to let everybody know that my parents, his fee obviously in the years have gone up, but even back, I believe it was 2006 or 7, my parents paid $2,000 each for them and myself to go. They then paid an additional $50,000 each to go with him to for a mastermind at Richard Branson's Island. So when you're with him, you're working on a high caliber. I still, after all these years, go multiple back times. I've been through most of his levels. I'm still working on the inner circle myself. I have a deposit down to be able to go. That's his highest level.
Oh, inner circle, yeah, inner circle, guys, is 60K. So we're not telling you. We are trying to build a team together because Marshall's going to be doing some amazing stuff with our team. And we want a solid group of people to be at the Dallas event who are going to make this thing beautiful. So we wanted people. And then, of course, we're doing this part where we're going to have folks who are in the documentary talking about their experience with Terry. So there are all these parts of it. If you want to sit down and attend Marshall's event, we're going to put together a fee for that because we can't do that for free because that's different. But it's definitely not going to be the $8.99. I think it's
he's allowing us to do something special for y'all.
He's allowing us to do some people for our talent. And then if you want to just work the room, you will be paid to work the room. You just won't be attending the 3-day event, but you'll be paid to come in and work the room. Kalisha, you're trying to come up from out of town? You already told me you're going to come. Okay, so if you're coming from out of town, we will book you a room. So I know I got you down. I just have to make sure that I have those rooms covered so that you'll have a place to stay. You don't have to pay for that because I think the rooms are $200 a night. But those people that live in Dallas, we don't have to cover a room for you. But also Kalisha is a FlixReps member. So that's another reason why we're throwing in the perks for her. So if you want to go to Marshall's event for 3 days, I believe we're doing the rate. And we need to know that now so we kind of know who wants to work the room or not. And I wish everybody else was here. We got a list of 11 people from MTM management. And then we got our FlixReps members. I think we had 10 of those. So we're supposed to have a room full of 22. We have like not 8 right now. So I would like to know who wants to attend dinner. It would be $3.99 is the dinner. So it's $400 to actually have a 3-day event with Marshall. If you want to sit down and have dinner and not attend Marshall, we're doing that for the $199 and you'll still work the room. You'll network. Please bring your business cards. I don't know how many, and have a website, a place, a platform. Please, if you don't have any of those things, I don't even want you to come if you don't. But I know most of you that have worked through these agencies, you know how to present yourself. The reason why Terry Cummings said yes to me was when I booked him to film at Tyler Perry Studios last year. He said, I looked at your website and I was very impressed. Let's talk. And the next more times I was talking to him, next thing I was like, I'd like to do your documentary and your book and your film. He said yes. And that was an $8 million project that my company closed. Why? My website sold it. So when I'm telling folks to come to an event, I don't want you to come to an event. And I'm building relationships with everybody here because I hope you call me, have my number, and you attend other things I do and other films I'm a part of. We shot like 4 or 5 projects last year, and we get to cast you get to be a part of it, and we pay you. Qualisha was on, I think, 2 sets last year. She came into Atlanta from New York. So you get paid when you work with us, but we don't want you to not be prepared when you meet stars. Passing your business cards, what you're capable of doing, very key to your next level. So I don't want you to just come and work our room or be a part of our room and you're not making any progress for yourself. That's why we're opening up the opportunity for you to actually sit and be a part of the team or work the room, and we're going to cover your fee to be a part of the room. You're just not going to come to the Marshall event. So that's basically what this first meeting is for. We will send out an email with this video so that everybody who gets it will get to know. Again, if you are going to actually attend the Marshall 3-day event that's life-changing, we would need your names because we'll be adding you to our VIP list of folks so that when you come in, you'll be seated. You will not be doing any work in the room unless you would like to. And then we will be having those different meets and greets for everybody that agrees to. The meets and greet will probably be around 3, just maybe an hour before the event happens, where everybody gets to sit down and you're going to go through a meeting. We'll be selecting some people to be a part of the Terry's documentary, because Terry's coming back to Dallas to work. So, but again, it's all about mindset change, where you're at. Are you making money? Are you buying real estate? Are you do you want to start your business? Do you need funding? There are investors in the room. There are people who can take your stuff to the next level. So we want you meeting those people so that when Terry comes back, if he's working with people in the community, you're a phone call away from being a part of that project. However, Terry is working the community. If you look at our Eventbrite page, the goal is for him to come back and working with some youth, some leaders, and some projects that will be filmed and aired. And some of the places this content will be aired would be Netflix. We're working on a 60 minutes. He has a relationship at BET. So there'll be some different versions of his final release. This is our first city we're doing this at. We're going to Chicago first, but this is the first city where there's a party. So that's why I'm pulling in people that are going to make an impact all through the other places so that I can call you for LA. And I think LA would be more of, you are already in the inner circle. You don't have to pay again. You'll be attending as a guest because you're in. A lot of times when you come back as someone who's already in, because now you know Marshall, you've met him in the event that you want to attend that event. Some of you may need to talk to your parents and family members about it. I recommend it, because don't say, oh, this is not for me. I just got out of school, it's too big. Please, greatness. There's a group of kids at Harvard that just put together an app that's gonna help Ukrainian people get apartments. I'm like, what? So anything is possible. I mean, if a 16-year-old, or I don't know how old Kylie is, but her makeup brand is skyrocketing. You just need to be in the right room with the right people. And Marshall takes people and connects them to $1 million opportunities. You're gonna meet a guy called Andrew. Andrew met Marshall at 18, and Andrew is a millionaire and Andrew is 28. So do not take this for granted, because the only reason why I'm offering this is because at first I need beautiful looking people in the room. You guys are going to do that, but I also want you seated, and we can always negotiate where you work the room, since there are only a handful of you. If you say, I want to work the room and I also want to have dinner, we can also take your pay out of what that dinner costs if you want to do that. But we know we have to charge a fee, because we have to tell Marshall they invested in themselves and they're able to come to your 3-day program. If you can't physically attend, you can attend in Orlando. Later you can attend, I think you have 6 months to attend in another city. You can attend in LA. It's just, it becomes more expensive because you got to pay your hotel and flight. So if you're in Dallas, you might as well attend in 3 days, or virtually from anywhere if you're coming. So that's the spill of this event that's happening. It is 9:41. I'm doing good today on timing. So by show of hands, who wants to be part of Marshall's event? And again, okay, someone like Monet, you're not going to be able to be there. But if you say, I want to purchase a ticket to go to Marshall's, will give you the 3 days to virtually attend. And then you're part of Marshall's team. Your name is in there. If you can come to the LA Orlando, we'll make sure we'll get with the team members to let you in. Again, it becomes more expensive, but if you're working with our production group, then those things are paid for. That's why I'm having this meeting, so I can build my team of producers who are gonna be on the road with me as we travel to 15 cities. That's what's happening. Oh, you got a hand up. Yes, Monet.
I'm like, okay, so I'm so interested in being on that production team. I was just wondering, when will we know more about those opportunities? Because I love organizing and producing things. Yes, I want to be in front of the camera also, but I think we've spoken, and that's just kind of one of the things I can do, whether it's, you know, making sure people are where they're supposed to be, or organizing things. I mean, I have a whole MBA ready to always use it.
So that's what we're doing now. That's the reason why whoever is coming on board now is part of the production team. However, Marshall is different. Marshall's not the same as Terry's thing. You know, it's two separate things. So, however, Terry's saying, I believe in Marshall's program. Because I believe in Marshall's program, I'm making my dinner $799 because I need people to get Marshall, which Marshall normally charges $3,000 per person. So Terry's actually making it, these high-end people, he's giving them an opportunity to pay a less fee to meet Marshall now as we go and journey the US. It's not every city that Terry goes to that Marshall will be there. So you're not gonna get this all the time. Terry's going to Chicago, Marshall's not going there. We're in Chicago next week. Terry's going to San Antonio, Marshall's not gonna be there. Terry's going to New York, Terry's going to Milwaukee, Terry's going to LA, San Diego, Sacramento, because he's going to everywhere he played ball, talking to past players, current players, Steph Curry, all sorts of amazing people. And we're not necessarily bringing Marshall with us. This is just a unique dinner event for the Dallas area that happened to be happening at the same time. So we're thinking to ourselves, can we put a team together that benefits Marshall, because mindset changes there, and then create opportunities for others who want to be in the production. So as the production goes, Flickstrap's members will be getting emails of the production positions, because right now, all we're taking is a few staff members, video crew. We have some PAs that are on ground. If you're flying in, we'll definitely give you a role, like Felicia will be working the event, of course. She works, and if you're working, then you will get paid, because you are working there. Remote working for now, I'll see how that goes, because we just locked in, I think, Anthony and DJ Mifflin on the script. So they are working production again. They'll be getting paid to work on the script. So I need to know a little bit more about the skills you can bring, because what Terry's doing is Terry's bringing his people. He brought his assistant. She was just on the phone with me. He's bringing his people, as many of his people. So I always have to, everything I do passes to Terry first. So Terry we had to go through him and approve Marshall. Then we put that event together. Then we're approving, bringing youth into, which is somewhat like you guys, not really youth, but people who want to take what they're doing to the next level, because Marshall will not charge more than a certain fee. He'll be like, why are they not paying to be in the room? So that's the reason why Terry's putting this event together. Of course, it's not Marshall saying anything or Terry saying anything, because they're both not here, not speaking for them, but we have to sort of create an ambience where folks who are part of the production are getting value if they're coming into town, right? And then they still have to cover, like Qualisha will come and say, okay, I'm buying a $300 ticket. And she ends up making $200, then she only paid $100. Do you see what I'm saying? So it really depends on the work that day, because the rates are still those daily rates we do on production, because she'll probably do some PA work right now, which is what we have going on for now. Casting, we are there. Again, there are many opportunities, because we're just now starting, we're just now scripting. I will be telling you of the key events, like when we're going to see Oprah. I hope all of you come, because you don't want to miss that. Oh, we're going to film, you know, like a Michael Jordan. I hope you guys come. Like and Flickstrap's members get it first in the email before other people get it, because it's not everybody on this platform that's a Flickstrap's member. But folks that are Flickstrap's members get first dibs, and most of them know the value. Like Qualisha was with us last year, and she's already rubbed shoulders with three or four celebrities, and done work with them. And we'll be working on a couple of our projects this year and got paid. to do it. So, and I know you're new, Monet, I can't wait to work with you. And that's the reason why March is a good month, because we start getting out all these projects. There's a project, The Sentence, which we'll be casting for, but that's just got pushed back to July. We got the script and it's really rough. We got to get that together before we can do any casting for it. But Terry's is a major project, major in many aspects, because there are many facets of a documentary, including being a part of it, where we are going to have you do research and then sit in and we're asking you questions, and you're meeting and working with Terry some kind of way, because Terry's also on our Going to Africa project, where there's a filming group going to Africa, guys, with businesses and things like that. That's going really heavily well, and grants and opportunities and monies. Terry's also a part of that. So that conversation of Terry empowering women and empowering youth, that's a big deal for him. And that's what he's going to every city to do while telling his story and empowering people. We want you to connect to Marshall, because if you're doing it all now, that could mean if you're ever in contact with someone like Marshall, and you're saying, yeah, I met you at the Terry event, that's already value, because you're working with that kind of person, that caliber of person, you're working on that team. So that's an opportunity we want to create. And we want to have fine, beautiful people sitting in the room. And we thought, let's pull a team of people together who want the value of Marshall, and then who also want to be a part of this event, where you get a meet and greet with him, which is potentially in the documentary, or at least on our social media and platforms, because we're going to be telling his story. There's also the potential of coming to other cities and being a part of other bigger things happening, and things we'll be creating, because as we go, we will be creating projects with, like, Obama's team and Terry and whatever that is. We may need to include a different multicultural cast to come on board and do that. And sometimes we can't get everyday people. We would need to cast it. And we would cast from this group, because this is the group that we started with, who know what a mindset change is and who's ready to take their projects to the next level. So again, we're building a team for the full Terry Cummings project, where we're very honed in on Chicago, San Antonio, and Dallas, which is what's happening in the next 3 weeks. After which, Atlanta is happening in April at potentially Tyler Perry Studios. So anybody have any other questions? I'm sorry, somebody joined us, Casey. Hello, Casey.
Hi, the meeting started at 9, right?
Yeah, but it was 9, I think, Eastern. So it was supposed to be 8 CT. It's okay. We didn't specify, but the Zoom said it. But
I'm
nice
so
to meet you.
sorry.
You hustled in because in your car.
Nice to
I know
meet
you
y'all.
could
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You could have been anywhere else but here, but you're here.
Yes, I just got out of class. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Great. You're learning. Awesome. All right, guys. So pretty much that's it. That's what's happening. If you'd like to work the event, there are going to be 2 or 3 opportunities to work the event, because on the 1st, we're going to be filming all day. And we're filming like some Dallas Mavericks, we're filming different types of people on the 1st, and we may need cast to work that. We're still putting that together. We just needed to know who we have, so we can kind of look at your profile and know how to fit you in. We're going to be doing we're hoping to do a major press conference. That just we got a little confused about that in the last 24 hours, but there's supposed to be a major press conference happening, which we would have had to place some cast in the room. A lot of things we're going to be doing with Terry, we're going to be casting just because we wanted to have a certain look. So that means if I'm supposed to find a young lady who Terry's going to be working on a certain artwork or project with, I may pick that from the room just because I need to tell that story. But I also need someone who I know your profile fits that work that Terry's looking to do as we tell our story moving through the US. So my Dallas people, I encourage you to be a part of it in any kind of way. If you want to work the event, we'll put the list of jobs together. We'll go ahead and get you an offer letter with your name, event. If you want to sit in the room as a guest, there are 2 opportunities. Casey, I explained it. I'll send you the video link so you guys can watch it. I'll actually send it out to Stephanie, so that Stephanie will send it to everybody that wasn't able to attend. There is an opportunity to sit as a dinner guest that night. So you're not coming in as somebody working the room. You could have worked on the 1st and gotten paid. You could have worked earlier that day. And then you could come in and do dinner that night. So you've made some of your money back, but dinner is a fee because we have a bunch of elite in the room. And you're not going to be necessarily, when of course everybody's seated, you probably should be seated. So instead of creating a room for all of you, I'd like to mix you in. And I need to know who you are, what your goals are, those kind of things. That way I can put you at a table with maybe at the mayor's table when they're doing something, or someone at some other notoriety's table, or some wealthy millionaire group here, or a real estate group, if that's what you like. Like for you, Monet, if you were there, I'll put you in this, so I can place you in the room. You're beautifying the space, but you're also a part of the action. And then you're also moving and shaking with folks the next couple of days at the Marshall Silver's event, where people remember that they saw you. And then you also get a chance to be a part of Marshall's program, which Marshall Silver is a millionaire maker. It's $3,000 to enter his room. You're going to get for, I think what did we say, Laura, was it $299? Yeah, $299 gets you to, or was it $399? I'm so confused. I'm not looking at my sheet. So there's one fee if you want to sit down at dinner and go to Marshall's. There's another fee if you just want to sit at dinner and mingle and pass your cards around and network that evening without necessarily working that evening. And you could also work with us on the first and early on the second.
Right,
So
Chi-Chi, it was $3.99 to sit and eat and go to Marshall's event. And if they can't make it for those days, they can go to one of his other times that he usually does Turning Point every month or every other month. And so in different cities.
So you can go somewhere
Now,
in another city.
right,
If you can't come to this one.
$2.99 was if they wanted to go to Marshall, but they also wanted to help work and be able to meet and greet people. Sometimes I have found that that's the best way to get to know people is when you're working the room. One of my favorite things to do is actually work a golf tournament, because I have found that I have met CEOs of companies because I was working the event. But if I had been played and I'd been given free opportunities to play in the event, I didn't get to meet anybody. So it's amazing how many people you can meet by working the room like that. And so I find opportunities personally myself like that, just because I enjoy meeting and greeting everybody. Also, Chi-Chi, you can put my phone number in there if anybody's family members or significant others have questions about Marshall or any of the other guest speakers, or they have questions, they're
Can you
welcome
put it
to
in the
call
chat?
me.
Yeah, because Laura's the one that's
Yes.
attended the event and knows Marshall. I don't. I'm going to, by God's grace, when I get off this call, I'll be on the call with the team. Again, building myself and working my career, working my butt off. I'm being flown to LA, all expense street paid for, to meet Marshall and work with him. I've already told Marshall when I met him last month, I want to do his movie because he's working on a movie. So Marshall has made a movie called Trans. So look him up, Google the folks in the room. Erin has been one of the people that planned parties with the Obamas and some of the, yeah, you want to meet Erin. Erin is a guest speaker. Dr. De La Grantas is, my God, he's worked with council people, political people. Ed, again, is an investor. Ed is actually the investor for this event. He's paying for the room. He's paying for a Beverly Hills major event you could be a part of. That's also, Lakers will be in the room and all sorts of amazing folks will be in that room. It's a Beverly Hills event that's happening in a few months in LA. We will always be giving our people first dibs before I do a backstage, because I'm going to be doing a backstage casting call tomorrow, and then meeting with them coming up the next day. And I know folks in Dallas will come out. So I'm going to my inner circle people, like calling, MTM and JC, bring your people out so I can give them first dibs to have opportunities. But I also want people that look good and know how to act, because I don't know who I'm going to need. So take Laura's number down. Again, CJ, you just came in. This event is for those in Dallas. If you're not in the Dallas area, if you're not in the Dallas area and you want to come to Dallas, please message me or talk to me directly so I can make sure I organize things like your room, your trip, and dates you're coming, and get your room, because certain things we do for you. So if you tell me you're going to buy a ticket, of course I have to cover things at your room, and you will get paid if you're working the event actually there. That's the motto from Flix Reps. So if you're physically at an event, you will get paid. But that's for Flix Reps members. But if you are, we're also going to be opening up remote work, and then if you're of course in Atlanta, we are bringing the film Terry Cummings story to Atlanta, and we'll hire more Atlanta folks in April. So just hold off for that one for folks like Monet who wouldn't be able to come to Dallas. However, if you want to come to Dallas, because it's a $3,000 gift to be a part of Marshall Silver. Marshall Silver makes millionaires. We're also going to be including in your agreement an offer letter. You will need to market the event. If you sell tickets to your family members, you get 10% of whatever you sell. So go find your wealthy family members or people who want to change their mindset and come out to dinner with you. If you use the code GIFT, the ticket is only $500. If you use Ukrainian, the ticket is $600 for the support of the Ukrainian families. So we'll be attaching that to your offer letters if you're interested. Those will go out to you in the next 24 hours. It will come with flyers, posters, videos. When you post this on your social media, tell your friends and family, if you buy this ticket, put my name. And when they buy it and send you a picture, we will send you a payment from a 10% of what you sold. So if you sell 2 or 3 tickets to people who love Marshall Silver, who are looking to change their lives because they want to be and they want to be in the documentary, or parents or family members or colleagues who find it valuable to meet and greet with a millionaire maker. Marshall charges $3,000 to be in his room. Go look up his website. It's on the Eventbrite page. So we're not telling you some hoopta, and that's his discount price. People pay him $60,000 and up to coach them. And those people's lives are never the same. Like Laura said earlier, somebody was a millionaire chiropractor or doctor is now a $30 million doctor. So he can change your life. There's a guy that's going to be at this event. His name is Andrew. Andrew met him at the age of 18. So don't say you're too young. Take the opportunity, grab it by the horns, be a part of the team early. You'll be getting credits in the film because we will list everybody that's in the Dallas event under the film. So that's why we need offer letters with signatures. It will tell you what you're getting. I just need to know if you're going to work the event and also sit at dinner, because then we will be able to still pay, but it'll come out of the dinner fee. You'll have to also pay for the dinner fee, because the dinner fee gets you a ticket to spend 3 days with Marshall virtually, Orlando and other places. Let's say you want to come out to LA to do it because you like LA, you want to buy a ticket now, then you'd be doing your 3 days in LA. You just have to cover things like room and other things. Even though we'll be having a production, we don't want to heavily tie in all those extra expenses. We want to be careful of that because we don't know what will be happening there at that time. We just know what's happening for Dallas, and we want to open that opportunity for Dallas folks. So that's what's happening. Again, just to reiterate, there's an event happening, and there's a film, Terry Cummings' story. I will send this video out so everybody can watch this video if you missed anything. If you'd like to work the event, we will be telling you what those fees are. There'll be daily rates. It requires Friday and Saturday, which is the 1st and 2nd of April. If you have only 1 day, you let us know so we can do your agreement for 1 day. We will send out a form that is easier for you to fill out. All you can do what you're interested in, because that's easy for us, to then take that, tally it up, and send out agreements. You put your email and all of that in it. That way we have it. Oh, if you want to go ahead and put your email addresses in the chat if any of you are interested now, so that actually we'll just take a picture of it and send you guys the forms directly. I'll still send this video to your management group agency. And then we will then discuss what you guys want to do and how you want to be a part of it as we tell Terry Cummings' story. Our focus is Terry Cummings' story. The event is just a start. It's just a unique Dallas event, a once in a lifetime opportunity to meet Marshall Silver, who again, Marshall can make you a millionaire. And I'm not just saying that, that's what he's called all over the world. He's called a
I know many people that, and some very, very good friends that he has done that for, and he has made a tremendous difference in my own life. And I can also check him out on YouTube. He does has a bunch of videos out on there where he describes some of the things he does. Also, he originally started with a sold out Vegas show on the Siegfried and Roy level. He actually had one of their white tigers. My parents actually would go to his birthday parties when he had the tiger at his home. But he actually has a really cool video where I think it was his 3rd time on David Letterman, where David let him hypnotize his staff. So it's really funny video. And that was shot, I think, in the late 80s, early 90s. So from there, he realized how he could help people with their mindset and coach them. And it was actually CEOs from Fortune 500 companies that started asking him for private sessions, on coaching, that developed the whole seminar business. So little tidbit on that, that he is a phenomenal person, and I hope you all get a chance to meet him. So.
All right, yeah, there was a question here.
Just a quick question.
Yeah, you had a question. I saw it. I was just looking through the chat. Yes, we're going to be working on the profiles. They'll be ready by summer. I know that was our goal for this year. It's just not now because our hands are wrapped around Terry's stuff. There's a lot more going on with his project that we anticipated, especially this Marshall event. A lot of other opportunities that are going to be coming up, TV network opportunities and deals, things that we didn't think would happen that are going to be available for FlixReps members. We're working very, very hard in the back for you guys that will create opportunities. So hang on tight, that profile will come. And she's asking for those who are FlixReps members. Sorry, for the rest of you, if you don't know what FlixReps is, I'm not really here to talk about FlixReps, but it's a membership platform that gets you gigs. And I've been a speaker at the John Casablanca schools. That's how some folks came over, became members, and then we get you gigs. So when I do any events, I reach out to my FlixReps members first. So if Terry tells me, I want an actress, I want a producer for this, I want this, I will look for my members first. I'll tell them first and I'll hire them first before I go out. That's why you guys are having this meeting with the FlixReps members, because they get first dibs on any of the gigs we have, first paid gigs. But if you're going to Stage 32, Stage 32 is a platform you recommend if you're a filmmaker or someone who wants to act or perform. Stage 32 charges $200 to review a script. First time I went to Stage 32, I got a call back because I have a little bit of skill of writing and I produced like 12 films. So yes, you have to pay sometimes in other places. Just because you're a member does not mean we will not offer you great opportunities like a $3,000 Marshall event for a dinner with Terry Cummings and in a movie in Dallas, Texas. So we're going to offer you things that typically you won't get anywhere else, but it's also because we want to build that relationship and see your success. And hopefully that success comes back to say it's a FlixReps success team. And FlixReps was designed, it's a master class and an international film festival platform. So we just started last year. And so it's a very new platform for us. Our goal is to help our folks find gigs, find creative ways to increase value and increase their resume. So it goes from people who are writers, producers, actors, actresses, singers, doesn't matter what it is. There's always an opportunity for you to do your thing on a platform somewhere. One of my students from last year came to meet me and he had a $1 to $2 million project. I referred him to one of the 181 programs, which is a program that only an attorney should really be discussing. And he was able to take the pitch I gave him to Voyage Media, and it is now a $20 million film. That's just part of what we are doing at FlixReps. We want your mind blown, but we want you to be ready to blow your own mind by what you believe you can do. Because unless you believe you can do it, I can't make you do it. And I didn't sign an $8 million contract with Terry Cummings just because I'm sitting here hoping that, I made 20 bucks. No, I invested. The first 3 months I worked Terry Cummings project, I didn't get a pay. I was working it and then the pay came. So I want to encourage you guys that as I work with you, I'll teach you some things I know just because it's only fair. But the most of it, you have to invest in your future, which you are already doing by being on this chat, by going to JC, by being a part of MTM management. So that's what this opportunity is opening up for you to meet Marshall. Let us know what you want to do. Put your emails in the chat if you have an interest. Then we will email you the form, fill it out so we'll know who's doing dinner, who's working, who can take off that first and second. Again, third, fourth, and fifth is the event. If you want to see Marshall live, you're going to eat fire. There's something called Eat Fire. I haven't done it, but they're going to put fire in your mouth. And then apparently your life will never be the same. Then you're going to break boards, like a Chinese, whatever. You're going to do some,
the fire eating is phenomenal. I've done it multiple times.
Kung fu stuff. Yeah. I don't know it. She knows it better. That's why her number's in the chat.
And the fire eating is safe enough. My friend's 11-year-old son ate the fire. So, but it is life-changing. That's one of the things, the board breaking, you don't even realize you can do it. And he gets you to break through those barriers and get you to do the things you didn't even realize you were capable of doing. So, and just get you to higher levels.
Just a quick question, the emails that are going in the chat, is that just for the Dallas event, or is that just for any opportunities that come up as far as the next locations?
That's probably just for the Dallas event. Monet, I'll keep in contact directly with you because I know you want to produce, and I need to get you on the April one. Maybe you'll help us with the booking at Arrear Studios and get those things working, just because I don't have anybody on that yet. And I need somebody local, so somebody that may need to go there and things like that. So, and then of course, when you're doing that, that will be paid. As soon as you're doing that, we start getting those things in agreement, because that's how you get paid, by actually the work. So I got everybody's email picture. Does anyone have any further questions about anything? If you're flying in, connect directly with me so I can make sure I have rooms. I pair you up with folks and make sure you have a room. You're not out there also trying to get a room and try to fly, there's a lot. So we would at least try to cover rooms, even if, especially for that second night. So if you're coming first, then it would be first and second. We'll try to do that. The rooms are like $200 a night. So again, the benefits are tremendous. But if you're local in Dallas, plan to be there on the first during the filming. Again, be very professional. Come makeup ready, because we're not going to necessarily have makeup for you on set. We're going to have makeup for maybe, I don't even think Terry needs makeup, but we are going to be doing a lot of documentary style filming that day. And we are trying to create something unique for business owners, entrepreneurs, and people who are in production, since Terry actually has his own production and TV network. So I'm saying that to say that he may be also interested in pulling together talent. I'm not sure, but there's some things that have come across in discussion and in passing, and what he's looking for. We want to be able to create that profile and list, Monet, which is why it's still very important that FlixReps members have that profile on FlixReps page, so that if he's looking, he can go there and find what he's looking for in terms of working with different people at different times. But we're going to be making those connections. And if you guys, any of you want to be working on that first, I suggest we'll tell you what to do, because you might do some research on Terry, so that if we ask you a question about him and you're going to be on video, you're not like, I don't know. We want you to be prepared. So we'll be able to know better after you filled out a form, sent it back to us. We can know how to position you, what your passion, hobbies, goals are, dreams, things that are important for us to know how to connect you with the Terry Cummings story, documentary side, which would be the work you'd be doing on that first, and then the event and dinner would go with it on the second. Does anybody have any other questions for me?
Also, Chichi, I was going to say that if anybody has a sphere of influence of people who might be interested in going to this event or future events, reach out to us so we can help you get paid on referring those people to us and the purchase of the tickets and that.
Yeah, again, if you put this, when you agree to our work, what's included is social media stuff. So you're gonna get paid if people buy tickets from you. So if you know anybody that likes this kind of stuff, I have an auntie and uncle, and they just like all that mindset, want to rub shoulders with rich people, I would totally invite them. Want to do real estate, want to get a real estate investor. So we have investors in the room that will buy a property in partnership with you. Yes. You find a property, they like it, they like you, they'll pay for it. I just spoke with a real estate mogul who builds high rises in New York. She's going to be coming. Well, she's not sure she's coming yet, but she's very interested in coming to New York. But she is a very good friend of Terry, and is very heavily interested in what he's doing, and is in New York. Oh, Kalisha, you met her. So Florida was one of our guest speakers who does real estate and is going to be one of the major sponsors of the Terry Cummings story. So you'll be seeing more of her product as a sponsor in it. But those are the kind of people that are going to be in this room, people that want to change your life if you're ready. So that means knowing what you want. What business do I want to start? What do I want to do? I've always wanted to do this, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where. And you now meet the right person. Please be ready. And whatever it takes, you have coaches, you have folks already in those agencies and management. If you need to update your website, whatever you need to do, be ready, be business card ready. So you can share yourself with the room and connect with the right people who want to know what you're doing. When it's closer to the event, since you guys are working the event, you'll get a list of those in the room, like the celebrities or stuff, because at that point you can do research on them. When you meet them, I want you to say things like, oh, good afternoon, I watched your film from 1984. Like, what, you did? Great. I remember that scene with this. Those are great openers when you're going to be walking someone to their seat or you're sitting with them at the same table. And those are things we want to organize so that you're the smart one on the table and you're not looking like, I'm very beautiful, but I don't know what's going on this table. Yeah, I don't know who ran for office when. So if I have you sitting in the mayor's office, I want you to know what the mayor did, when he was elected, those kind of things. Those are the things we'll brainstorm. So we'll probably have another meeting before this event, just so that we're very beautiful in the room. And those that have picked our team to organize, we want us to do this again for them. Again, if you sell tickets to your family members, you get 10%. And if you know businesses, that's even more. I think you get 15 to 20% if they sponsor. Sponsorship is a different package. So if you reply me and say, I'm interested in the sponsorship package, because I know this business that wouldn't mind playing your video during this event, this televised event, then yes, you can get up to 20% of that, but the sponsorship costs way more. They're like 10 grand, 5 grand and things like that. So if you want all that, just let us know in the form you get, and then you could be a part of that. But welcome to the team. And that's it. I don't want to keep anybody longer than an hour 15. Does anyone else have any other questions for me? Okay, Michelle, thank you. Michelle had to go. Does anyone else have any other questions for me about this event?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are selling tickets required?
No.
Okay.
No, they're not required. So the work is the first and the second. Sorry, you weren't here earlier. First and the second, we have a few things happening, and we'll give you more information as we know who you are, so we know how to fit you in the room. And then the event is 4 to 8 p.m. Saturday at the Dallas Downtown Marriott. So it's a dress up red carpet event. And I mean gown, if you have a gown that glitters, shines, that kind of thing. We're gonna have backdrop red carpet. So that's the main event, but we have documentary, we have a lot of other work happening first and second, and we wanna know who do we have and what can we do with them those days while we're in Dallas. So that's the reason why we called this meeting. And then if you wanna have dinner and sit down and have dinner, it's a different, it's a $3.99 price. If you wanna do the 3-day event with Marshall, it's $199 if you want to
No,
just have
Chi-Chi,
dinner and
it's
not go-
$199 to sit down and eat, $3.99 for to eat and to do Marshall. And then if you want to work the room and to do Marshall, then it's $2.99.
Right, because then we're taking money out of what you're getting paid, because you'll be working and doing that. So it'll be, yeah. If you just want to sit down and eat and come and bring your friends and you don't want to do any work, you want to look like a rich woman as well. Because let me tell you what they say, some people fake it till they make it look the part. Some people come into the room, they look rich and then they become rich. And you don't want to work the event, you're not there, that level of, that's different. But if you want to work it, it's $2.99 because of course we have to take out how much you work. And then if you just want to come sit and attend a 3-day event, that'll be $3.99. And if you also want to work, we'll negotiate that $3.99 and how much we have to take out of that, because some of that goes to the team that's presenting those 3-day tickets. That's why it's not offered under that ticket. Like working the event and dinner is not offered under that ticket. But if you saying, I want to work, we're not going to say no, because I only have 9 people on this line. So I'm not going to say no, because I need people that'll be part of this production while I'm there, and I'm not sure at what capacity yet. So I don't want to say no to anyone who wants to work and who wants to do a $3.99 dinner. I just know that if you're doing a $3.99 dinner, that means you're going to see Marshall for 3 days, which is life-changing, which is a $3,000 event, which is selling for $800 on the Eventbrite page right now. So that's where that would come in.
I don't have a question. I'm like, dang it, I wish I would have known ahead of time so that I could have scheduled this whole event later.
Oh, wow. See, we just found out too. Yeah, Terry literally signed my contract 3 weeks ago. We just found out and we just started running. Yeah, so.
Yeah, we've been planning this for probably about 2.5, 3 months now. So we locked in the dates.
Yeah.
okay. There'll be more opportunities. I'm just ready to work.
I know. Yeah, I know you've been ready to work for a while. So we will definitely connect on the April 1 in Atlanta. That one's definitely happening. We got to put those dates together, reach out to them, and then get that booked. But yeah, does anyone else have any questions about the Dallas event? If you're coming from out of town and you are going to go, please contact me so you can go. You got to get your ticket. We're not covering that just because we're covering tons of tickets for a bunch of, yeah, we're not covering that. However, if you're landing, we will definitely make sure that we take care of where you lay your head. That's important to us because you're coming from out of town. And if you're local, then you have your own home to go to. We want you to become a part of our team as we do the Terry Cummings project all over the US, as you're the first set of people that will be working with us. So welcome to the team. Anybody else have any questions? No? All right, guys. I think that's it. Thank you all for stopping by and being a part of this meeting. I'm super excited for seeing you guys, for being a part of it. For just working the event is good enough for us. Please don't feel the pressure of having to eat dinner, sit down, or anything else, because those things, it's an expensive time in the world. We want to create the opportunity for talented people, but we understand everyone's situation is different. So come, be ready to take your opportunity. You never know who you're going to meet just being a part of it. Some kind of way, we need you guys. We can't do it without you. And I'll be putting together my backstage casting post tomorrow, just because I want to at least have 20 something options to pick from. And today I've met with only at least 9 or 10 people, and I want more so that I can, have some options. So we'll send an email out to everyone in the next 24 hours. Please respond. Let me see. I think I have 3 new messages. Yeah, if anyone wants to connect, Dream Bigger Productions, LLC. Yes, she's put her information here. You're welcome, CJ. You're very, very welcome. Everybody, you're so welcome. I love working with new people, and you guys are not new, you're like family now. So you're film family. So hopefully you're part of future more meetings and other things that will come about Terry Cummings, because now you know a little bit about him. And the more you know, the more you admire this man. I've called some very important people and they're like, oh my God, you're working with him? He is that gem. So take a closer look at all the folks on that website at the event, and then let's connect on how we are going to work together in Dallas. Okay.
And please, everybody, make sure you have my number there in the chat. This is Laura, and I'll be working hand in hand with Chi Chi. If you have something urgent going on and you can't reach her, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. We are all a team, and we are looking forward to just having an amazing, not just event, but documentary and many other future projects all together. So please reach out to us. Please don't hesitate with questions that you may have. We want to make sure everybody is happy and everybody has a win-win situation. So.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I didn't put my number in there. It's only Laura's number. So if you want to have Laura's number, take it down. She knows a lot more about Marshall, which is the reason why she's putting, because that's the perk for the event. And if you are interested in selling tickets, we will attach that to your offer letter. We'll give you the flyers, the videos. If you post it, if anybody buys tickets from you, then you get 10%. If you know anyone that, then all those things are open. We don't want to not give you the opportunity to actually make additional money, which is why that's opening to you. But if you want to, if you decide to buy a full ticket, you get 10% of the money you spend on a full ticket. So that's how you also get paid as well. Some people are smart like that. But I'd take the discount ticket any day, not the full ticket exam. But yay, welcome everybody to the team. Thank you for stopping by tonight. And if you have any other questions, my email address is chichimovies@gmail.com. Let me just put that in the chat. Or please call Laura. Just take a number, that may be better. so that you have that. And then if no one else has any further questions, my phone is chiming right now. Someone's supposed to be on a call with me. So thank you guys so much for this evening. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to show my face. I have I just was not ready.
And if y'all call and I'm not able to answer, please text me. And because I do respond just as soon as I'm able. And also, I just want to let you know, any time of day is okay. And so I'm always working, it seems like. So please feel free to reach out whenever you have questions. If you have ideas or concerns, please let us know. And we are here. We are excited and we're looking forward to working with y'all.
Okay, so no questions again? Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so
No,
much.
ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Thank you.